a show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak. You better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Boy, we're almost dressed in the same outfit. I just saw that.
All right, RW, we're not bookends. Casserole King.
I ain't got my name on mine.
That's right, that's right. Well, we are close, ain't we?
66. We're waiting for a high of 87 later today. It's going to be sunshine, no more of that bad weather. Now, again, we had a little bit of a thunderstorm to our west last night. They did issue a tornado watch. There were no tornadoes in the state of Mississippi on this side. We did have some leading up to the Mississippi River as we watched that. Out to our west and then up in the Delta, we had a little bit of a threat there. But East Mississippi was fine. We did have that severe thunderstorm warning that moved through Scott County, and it came right on across into Newton County. Got a lot of wind, a lot of rain there for a few minutes, and then cleared out as it moved on into Alabama. So glad that is over and done with.
That was, I got a caller, y'all going to open up the EOC? And I said, no. I said, we're looking at this. If something arises, we will, but we were lucky. I
didn't see it.
I didn't either. Didn't see anything developing. A lot of rain in some places.
Yeah.
I got enough rain that now I got to wait till the sun dries my yard out again.
Yeah, that's one of those. And I joked about that a while ago, but you seriously now, lawnmowers weigh as much as a Honda.
Yeah.
They get stuck easy.
Real easy.
I was going out yesterday. I saw one stuck, and God gave up, and he was out with his weed eater. Just kept right on going with the weed eater.
Cut grass around the lawnmower. That's what you do when it's hump day.
Yep, yeah, it is hump day, isn't it?
Already, it doesn't feel like it.
Have you been paying attention to this Puff Daddy trial?
Not too much.
I'm going to cast judgment on this and call him disgusting.
Well, that was me. I read a little bit, and I be honest with you, I got sick.
But this is, as you look at, and I'm going to go ahead and just call it a freak. People that want to be control other people. Did you see where he called this girlfriend to his mother and father and said, if y'all don't give me $20,000, I'm going to release video of her and sexual content? They had to mortgage their house for $20,000 to give to him so he wouldn't release videos. Now, you've got to remember, $20,000 is probably about $500 in comparison in our budget.
It's not even that much.
It wasn't about the money. It was about controlling.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. How could someone do that to her parents on top of that?
And what do you think the parents are going to do?
Yeah.
Number one, I'd go over and snatch my daughter up, and I don't know what kind of discussion I'd have with him, but it wouldn't be a...
It makes you believe all these rumors. And again, it's rumors. We can't prove all this stuff when it comes to Justin Bieber and a lot of these guys, and I want everybody to pay attention that's watching this morning. If you have a child that is young that has talent, and you're wanting them to head off to Hollywood, if you're wanting them to head off to Nashville, or you're wanting them to head off to L.A. to become the next big thing, I want you to realize there's bad people in this world. People as the accused Harvey Weinstein when it comes to the movie world. You've got to do this before you get a movie.
That's
and
right.
you can, the old term of getting blackballed, if you don't play game, then, well, you don't get to be in the movies or you don't get a record deal.
Next thing you know, you'll be so far in you can't get out. And I think that's what happened to P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever his
He controls so many people.
Nightingale syndrome, is that what it is?
Never heard that before.
One of them, something like that.
Nightingale syndrome.
They've gotten so used to the destruction he causes them, they think it's normal.
Yeah, I get that.
They're scared to go anywhere else. They're scared that he's going to come after them. Where are they going to go hide? Mom and Daddy bring them in. Well, he knows where Mom and Daddy lives. They're just stuck.
Y'all watch this because this is it's almost as bad as gangs. Because it's a controlling thing. You look at R. Kelly, what went on there. Same exact MO of what's going on with this case. Will he be prosecuted? We don't know. You're innocent until proven guilty. But boy, the testimony that is coming out day after day on all of this that we had no idea about.
When you have to control someone to that extent, for them to even be a part of your life, you must really lead a bad life, and you must change. You're going to have to change your ways if you're going to get somebody to be part of your life.
And let me ask this, Odie, because I don't know much about him, but what's his name that I talked about a while ago that they canceled his concerts? Overseas, you know, he makes his wife get naked all the time and wear those see-through outfits.
Yeah. The one,
Kanye.
Kanye.
Something ain't right there. Let's just be honest.
Right, I mean, yeah.
Who would allow their spouse, number one, to dress that way, and why would you want them to do that in public? It's a shock thing. There's a cry for help there from somebody.
From him. Well, from there again, he has brainwashed her to thinking that if she doesn't do what he says, that he's going to hurt her.
Now, Teresa, I've never heard this, that Prince left a recorded note for a jury to hear in case something will ever come up.
No, I hadn't heard that.
That's the first time I've
either.
heard that.
But
do you remember and I remember Prince in the early days.
Stockholm, Alan, thank you. Stockholm, not Nightingale. Stockholm syndrome is what I was
That's
trying to
over in
think of.
London, isn't it?
Oh, Stockholm is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But Stockholm is where, you know, these people get kidnapped and they've gotten so used to their captive.
They can let them go free and they'll come back.
Exactly, they're stuck with them.
They go to the store and they don't, and if they were to be questioned, they wouldn't tell them.
And I think that's what the problem with some of these women are. They've gotten in so deep that they cannot leave again. They're too scared to. Same with Kanye, not Kanye's, but we talked about it. Yeah, Conway's girlfriend. There's something, there's a reason she's staying, and it's something that deals with some kind of mental capacity that she's having trouble with.
And locally, you look at this stuff to where, and this is serious, y'all, to where, and I don't know the answer to where, on a local level, you could back this down to where it is domestic abuse, to where a spouse is hurt and beat and they never tell anything. The police show up, no, I'm fine, nothing happened. Y'all know that goes on.
Oh, 100%.
And it's not, and let me go one more step that shocks you. It's not only on a female, it's also on a male also. There's abuse on both sides of each sex. Seek help. I don't have the answers. There's preachers out there that can help. There's people there's organizations that help with this, that you can make a call and they can walk you through how to get away from abusive relationship. And that's what all of this is. Mm-hmm. There is no money, if you're looking to gain fame, there is no money in this world that is worth being treated that way. It is better to be a greeter somewhere and be happy. Do you know what I mean by that?
I think LaWanda hit a huge...
What'd she say?
She said, no God. And you see a godless society... when you've got half of the people that don't attend a church, that don't worship God, that are getting away from Christianity, and then we see more of this right here when we've pushed God so far away, and everybody asks, well, why is God allowing this to happen? God's not allowing this to happen. The devil is doing this work. We pushed God away, and the only way to get God back is if we ask God back. God's not going to force himself in our life. We have to ask him to come back and be part of us. And until we do, this is what we're going to see take over our communities and our world. I mean, see what goes over in the Middle East. They've been doing this kind of crap for 2,000 years. You think we're going to change their mind? We're not. But LaWanda, I mean, you hit it right on the head.
You know, I saw this, and I have to agree with this, because there's a line. What side of the fence you're on? I've always heard there is no left or right. There's right. This is left or right. There's right and wrong in this world. What side of the fence are you straddling on? Mm-hmm. Be in the middle, do the right thing the best you can, always. Quitman, did you see what went on there? The veto that happened Sunday?
Yes, they came along and they voted overwhelmingly to allow beer on Sundays. The mayor vetoed that, and they went back into a meeting last night, and one of them got up and gave a speech, Steve Neely, and convinced the others to go along with him, and they upheld that veto. So no alcohol on Sundays in Clark County or in Quitman.
Now, and let me say this: there's not a thing wrong with having a beer. I don't want y'all to take that wrong. We're not saying that. It's when you overindulge. But Sunday is a day of. We used to have the blue laws, and you couldn't do things like that. And our values have just been push. Quitman stood up last night. They did. They said, no, not happening here.
So what is it with beer? I mean, they've only been selling this, 2 or 3 years? It hasn't been long that they've even allowed alcohol sales in Clark County. So good way to stand up. No, nothing on Sunday. So.
We didn't mean to get off on a tangent, but we thought we needed to tell you what's going on
we
around.
do that every day.
Oh, do we?
That's why we have millions and millions watching.
But there's some things that need to be brought to light.
Yeah.
We're kind of like the light switch sometimes and see things scramble in the dark. We'll show it. We'll tell it. We'll be right back. Is that me or you?
That's me.
Okay. I heard something somewhere.
I'll hit a button here in just a second.
I thought I heard you talking under the table. We'll be right back.
Ventriloquism's going to work.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi. They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If your tractor needs it, they got it. Also remember, they service all makes and models, whether it's green, orange, blue, red, or yellow. They can get your parts in, they can do your service on your equipment. Don't forget Watt Equipment, DeKalb, Mississippi.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Got to hit that button.
Here we are. We got some stuff going on, and neither one of us, we're male. We can't do more than one thing at a time.
Yeah, I walk past half of everything in the house. Anytime there's flowers done outside, I never notice it.
Yeah, Mom.
New table, new chairs. Nope, didn't notice that. I was just sitting here.
My wife tells me I can't do more than one thing all the time. I can't watch something and listen to her. She told me that last night.
What's that old saying? You can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time? Yeah. I got that problem.
I can't watch a video and listen to her.
We are getting word that there has been an accident this morning. Let's go to the map, Odie, as we go to, let me go here and show this a little bit better as we go here to the Pleasant Ridge Road. This is going to be near Hickory, the 2000 block of Pleasant Ridge Road as we look at this. Here's Hickory, Mississippi. This is the 2000 block. We're getting word that there is an accident involving a tractor this morning. Newton County Sheriff's Department is being dispatched as we speak. We have emergency personnel arriving at the scene. As soon as we get more information on this, we will get this out.
This is an e-dispatch.
Well, I don't know.
May or may not work.
He need to hush, doesn't he?
He had his coffee this morning.
He did too. Deep voice there.
Yeah.
But there is an accident there. As we get more details on this of what's going on there, we're gonna get this out to you. So again, if you're traveling Pleasant Ridge Road, Newton County, and near Hickory, there is an accident involving a tractor. We don't know what's involved with it, whether it's an 18-wheeler, car, or truck, or whatever it is. But it does involve a tractor. As soon as we get more information, we're gonna bring this up. I brought this up yesterday afternoon live on the street corner. We're going to get into the shooting that happened yesterday with pictures in just a moment there. We were there live on the scene just off of 8th Street, and I told you I'd give you the numbers of what we've got.
already. We
year.
haven't even reached midpoint of the year.
We have not. May being the worst month that we've had so far. We've had 11 people shot in the city limits in the month of May. Now, let's do a year to date. We've had 7 homicides so far. That's 7. We're ahead of last year. And total, since January the 1st, 27 people have been shot. Now, that is on purpose shooting. This is not the accidental things that happened or someone who takes their own life. That's not included in these figures. This is meaning to do something to someone. 27 people.
Yeah.
27, that is high.
And you're losing a loved one over something like this. Why are we not standing up? It goes back, is this part of the Stockholm Syndrome? Are people so scared of retaliation that they won't stand up? And I think that's a huge part of what we see.
Well, and let's go ahead and put this out there also. It's because it's been brought up to me a lot. Boy, we had a great concert downtown, not one bit of problem. Y'all want to know why we didn't have any problem? Because there were police everywhere. It's called a deterrent. When you see police, you typically don't break the law.
Well,
if you don't see police, you tend to, do what you want. You think, the street's free. Let me go take what's not mine. That's what happens. Low numbers in police department bring about, crime.
I've asked everybody to go do a little research on a single topic, just to give you a better understanding.
What I got to do?
So go search broken windows theory. It's happening right here in Meridian.
Opie got in trouble for that, if you remember.
Well, kind of different. But that broken window is where this came from and this theory come from. And Charleston, South Carolina is a prime example of a broken windows theory being changed.
I've never heard of what broken window is. What is this?
So you take an area of town and a business or a home, and somebody walks by, a kid takes a rock, throws it through a window, and it breaks. If someone comes and fixes that window, then there's activity around there. If nobody breaks that window or fixes that window, they break another one. If nobody fixes that one, they see that this is a rundown house, nobody's taking care of it, or a business, nobody cares about it, so they start going inside, and you start getting homeless that take over that building or that house. And before you know it, you've got other small crime that's taking place. When you don't see police show up and investigate and have a presence there, that crime gets a little bit bigger in nature.
Sounds like we
have a whole area that is overrun by crime because the neighborhood's not being upkept, the businesses are not being upkept. You don't have a whole lot of law enforcement activity in that area, and it all goes back. That's a very small nutshell of the broken windows theory, but it's not a huge read and it's not a long read. But go back and read the broken windows theory.
Speaking of that, as we all know, we have a huge homeless problem in Meridian, Mississippi. It is huge and problem. I even heard this the other day, and pay attention. You'll probably have to be called out to this. The new area of town that is getting made up by Jimmy Rogers Parkway, they're starting to pop up in the bushes everywhere out there. That's true.
And before somebody says we do have shelters, people have to go by rules to go in the shelter, and that's the problem.
That's what's been going on over the last. We had 2 people shot yesterday. We will get into the breakdown of what went on there, and we're live on the scene. One more thing, and we'll have a special guest in a moment. But I wanted to touch base on this. We mentioned it yesterday, but this has been announced to where we do now know the name. 19 years old, Dominique Stevens was the person who drowned at Dalewood over the weekend. In case you missed that story yesterday, that's what went on. Our heartfelt prayers go out to the family there, and with this, and during their time of grief, there's no words that can be said to make someone feel good after a situation like this.
I want to say, thanks to everybody that was involved. Board of Supervisors helped us with purchasing stuff. The Mississippi Office of Homeland Security gave us a grant. We were able to buy equipment. You hate that you have to have this kind of equipment on standby, but we were able to get out there and help from the community. Man, it was awesome to see everybody come together to support our team and help us fulfill this mission. Everybody involved, thank you. Prayers for the family. This is a hard time. We didn't get anything. I saw some pictures, but all of his friends came together last night and did a little happy send-off. He touched a lot of people's lives.
Right. Done a balloon
Prayers,
release.
yeah, prayers for that family.
We'll be right back. We got special guests in the studio.
We'll let them talk for a little while.
We hope we hadn't scared them too bad. We're going to let them talk a little bit.
We don't go on script by here if they hadn't noticed that yet. Our welcoming committee, though, got them.
We'll be right back. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget friendly, zero down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and well, y'all do a lot of things. Sorry it took so long for you to get on the air with us. So sorry about that.
We have thoroughly enjoyed all of our time here thus far.
We're learning a lot.
You never know what our schedule on the show may be.
Y'all do a lot with the community, and tell us exactly what you're doing, your group, and what are y'all up to here?
Well, I'm very glad you asked.
Do you notice an accent, Odie?
A beautiful accent.
I'm from a little east of here.
A little east?
Just a little, England. And I am, I would like to be quick to point out, I'm fully legal. I worked very, very hard.
We didn't ask that.
Years for my green card. Yes, so no imminent ice raids during our interview.
It's not
yes,
easy.
it took me 3.5 years to get my green card. Yes, it did. But, I was very fortunate in that I was able to teach dance, which is my passion. And so I did work very hard, but I didn't mind because I always felt like it was such a privilege to live in this country. And if you want to do that, you ought to expect to work hard and have something to offer for that privilege. So didn't mind a bit.
And now you can come on a show that is seen around the world and nobody's after you. So that's
I've been in this country, about 43 years. Taught dance in New York and Los Angeles, Nashville, and now I'm here in Meridian. I teach ballet for Carol Merrill Academy.
Oh, like on your tippy toe things.
She's the real deal.
You've been wanting to learn that,
That has got to hurt.
It does, yes.
I can't imagine.
And I've always, I would hope, like most people, had empathy for those who do not have full mobility for one reason or another. Mm-hmm. I've always, or for some time, been a supporter of Johnny and Friends, a wonderful organization. And like many ex-ballerinas, I had hip surgery because, ballet is not necessarily a completely natural activity. And when you do it for many, many, many hours a day for many years. And when it was very successful, I hasten to add. but having a period of time where I did not have the privilege of the full mobility that I was used to, the Lord really, it came straight from Him that I needed to start a ballet program for those who did not have full mobility and had a variety of disabilities that might prevent them from being able to take a ballet class, children.
Oh, wow.
And so that is what we are doing at my church, Covenant Church on Poplar Springs Drive. Our pastor, Pastor Corey, is wonderful, and he immediately was on board with the idea. And so we are starting in June. It's going to be a summer program. And so we're starting kind of small, and I have every expectation, since I do believe I have a lot of wonderful help, which I'm going to pass along to them in a second, that it is going to be successful and we'll be able to expand the program. So,
is there like a age that you're focusing on, an age group? Or is this open for anyone, or how is this going to be set up?
For this particular summer program, it's not so much completely age specific, because we will have students that have some mental disabilities, and so we are saying sort of from kindergarten through
12th grade
over to
12th grade. Okay.
Yes. May I pass over to
So when and where will all this begin?
So it will be at Covenant Church and in Ludlam Hall.
Now where?
Ludlam Hall. It's inside the building there. It has
I didn't know that.
a little area. So we will have it inside Covenant Church. It's going to be on Monday evenings in June, every Monday in June from 5 to 6 p.m. The last Monday, which will be June 30th, we're going to the children will perform what they've learned for the parents, and we will have a dinner for the families that participate in some time of fellowship, and just a way for us to support them in their journey as parents and enjoy watching their children perform what they've learned.
Now, who can come sign up for this? Tell us a little bit about that process and where the church is located.
So the church is located on Poplar Springs Drive.
Yes, and the Spot.
Yes. So we have kind of partnered with the Spot. Candace Coker is a wonderful person in our community. Yeah. So they partnered with us, and they have been putting some information out. They've also have the links for registration if you go to the Spot page on Facebook. We also have the links on our church, and I believe you guys sent out a flyer last week also. There's a QR code on the link. You can sign up to have your child participate. There's questions, and also contact information if you have questions that you need further assistance with.
That is awesome. Yeah, so y'all are a new church that joined with another church, and kind of y'all had one end, they had the other, and then y'all just recently bought that part of the church, or bought the church right there on Poplar Springs Drive, so you can't miss it.
What you're saying?
Yeah. They're like us, part of the Global Methodist Church family now. So that was, something for us. Of course, we stayed in our building. We know how it is if you have to move to a new place, but y'all got a beautiful place over there. So now it's right there on Poplar Springs Drive. You can't miss it. Huge.
Oh, it is
building.
nice. Our grass always looks good.
Yeah, it's got the high seawalls going around down there.
Couldn't help but notice it.
Yeah.
Crucial to the success of this is, forgive me if I interrupted you just now.
No,
you know us British. No manners whatsoever.
Yeah, she rules everything from that chair.
Is to have wonderful help, and Joy Kitchens here is a former student of mine and a beautiful dancer, and she is one of my main assistants. If you have any questions for young Joy here.
So where you're at, you've got the young lungs that we don't have. So just talk a little bit louder. So how long have you been practicing ballet and you do your tippy toes and all that?
I've been studying ballet since I was 2 years old, and most of the years I was with Miss Caroline. And I have to say, the biggest thing I saw with Miss Caroline's class is that everything was beautiful and gorgeous, and there were no mistakes. Every little dancer in that class felt like a true prima ballerina. And Miss Caroline just radiates the joy of the Lord, and she's going to bring that to the disabled. And after working with Night to Shine, I honestly have to say, these disabled people are probably going to put more joy into my life than we are going to be in theirs.
Right.
So we're just going to have an absolute blast.
That is awesome, and glad to see something like this come through. We've got young people that's going to participate in teaching and doing some of the Lord's work. So again, when was the date, the time, the location, all that good stuff, so everybody knows how to register for the event?
Every Monday evening in June from 5 to 6 p.m. You do need to register to make sure there's a spot for your child. We do have it limited to 10 spots just to make sure we have enough helpers to make sure every child is successful. There is no ability that is too high or too low. We will accept children in any form. If they're in a wheelchair, we can accommodate them, walker, anything they need. I'm a former physical therapist that just retired 26 years working with children.
Wow.
So I'm kind of bring that aspect into this, and I just thought this would be a wonderful way when Caroline mentioned it that I could help and just bring a fun aspect to their lives.
And is there any cost to this?
No.
None whatsoever. No.
Wow.
And,
Good.
unfortunately, of course, space is a little limited for this summer program. However, like I previously mentioned, if it seems as if everybody has a great time, which we're pretty sure they are, and there's a big demand, we will, sort of expand the program.
The Lord will provide. So.
They always will.
There you are.
So, just apply, and if for some reason the class is full, we'll
get something going, and
yes.
hopefully this a bloom into something even bigger
Exactly.
Than what you previously
Thank you, yes.
thought. Yes, this is great.
Exactly.
And so if you have any questions, get up with Covenant Church. They can answer all your questions. Make sure you register to get into this event. Remember, up to senior in high school. But go out and you're going to take the ballet class. And
I was standing here thinking about how. Let me ask this: your toes, do they go numb? I have to ask.
Yes, they kind of blister up. They do, but your toes, the skin kind of toughens up.
Is it better to be real skinny to do this? Because I'm thinking I'm kind of heavy, and I got more to put on my toes than y'all do.
Well, there is in France a ballet company of male dancers that are on toe, but I don't believe that it is something that you would have any interest in participating in.
Is ballet more for? And I just have to ask because I don't. Is it more of a ladies' sport than it is, or do men do that too?
Oh, not at all. Both. In fact,
really?
The first dancer that I taught in Meridian to go professional was a young man.
Oh.
I haven't had a lot of boys in my classes here, but I have had a few. It's,
you and Greg
there's a lot less competition, let me put it that way, for boys, although, they do have to have a high standard. The thing about ballet is it's, when you're in a ballet, you're playing a role.
In a tutu.
Right.
But it's
very likely
story,
in a tutu.
correct?
It's telling a story. And it's made to look as if the moves are graceful, of course, and it looks a lot easier than it actually is.
Oh,
and if you're playing a
sure.
role, you have to play that role. You can't sort of, it's not like weightlifting or something where you're allowed to kind of, pull faces and grimace and carry on.
You got to smile the whole time.
That's right.
Woof, woof. Next week, Odie takes up belly dancing.
Oh.
I'd rather do that.
I don't know now. I talked to some belly dancers years ago, and that kind of looked hard too.
I mean, I can wiggle my hips.
What about the hula hoop? Can you do the hula hoop?
I used to. I hadn't tried.
I've never. Can y'all do that? Or is that a thing of the past?
I did it when I was a child.
Nobody owns a hula hoop now, Odie.
My children learned to do that, and my daughter especially loved it, but I don't know if it was just her out in the driveway.
What about you, Joy? Hula hoop?
Yes, I used to do it.
Sure.
Now I'm going to have to go get a hula hoop and see if I still got that skill.
Well, good luck with it. I can't do it.
I might throw a hip out, but we'll.
Thank y'all so much for coming in and talking with us, and this will touch so many lives there. Again, this is coming to church there, Poplar Springs Drive. Can't miss it. If you're going toward North Hills, it's on the left. If you're leaving, it'll be on the right. Easy to find. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so very
for
much
having us. I enjoyed it.
For a lot of people there. As we begin our morning, we're going to come back. We've got a lot more headlines that are shaping the Meridian area and across the state of Mississippi. We've got more info coming next.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm Fred Scotty Ray. Odie's still with us. As we said, we had a shooting yesterday afternoon that would take place in the Meridian area. We were live on the scene as it took off. And this is where it all began there. Let me show this here as we pull this up. Let's see if I can pause this. Odie, this was right near the playground is where this would take place. As you look, you see the Meridian Fire Department. You see the police department. This area was roped off and as they've done their investigation as to what happened. At the end, it would be 2 people that were found wounded from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to a local hospital. I understand it's not supposed to be life-threatening. It was some form of an altercation from what we gather. Again, 2 people out in the open there. We do hate this happened. No one else was injured that we're aware of or anything else struck. But that
could
did
you
happen.
imagine kids?
Well, I know. That's right there by that.
And wow.
So again, as we went over our numbers, May has been a very rough month for the city limits of Meridian. And again, 11 people shot so far this month is what we've had.
That.
And again, we had a lot more crimes too, but that ranks up there as one of the bigger ones there. When lead starts flying,
you would think that was unacceptable.
You would think. So as this progresses, we'll keep you updated as to what we're doing. As we mentioned, we had this was way before dark yesterday. We had some wind come through. Meridian Fire Department responded here to a home that was struck by a tree. Again, we always stress when there's bad weather, when it's windy, watch these trees. See how it hit. This holes in the roof could have been a lot worse. But it can take a life. All across America daily when storms strike, you'd be shocked. I don't know what the statistics are, just how many people lose their life to a tree coming through a bedroom or a living room on someone.
We had that in our area. It wasn't in Lauderdale County, but a couple storms ago we had someone that a tree took their life during a storm. It's definitely scary being a safe place when these storms come through. But make sure you have insurance that will cover you for something like this. Not just your house, but be able to take care of you, putting you up in a hotel or getting you a place to stay until your home can be repaired. Insurance, very, very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Let's see here. They were saying about Odie
Floyd,
doing
to do the hula hoop.
Seriously, has that sport gone away? Is that just like
I don't know.
That and the Frisbee, has it gone to the by and by?
No, now Frisbee has took way off. Now Floyd was around when they had the hula hoop on the blueprint.
Right.
Before they made the first one. But, now they play golf with Frisbees.
Yeah.
And that's...
Golf?
Mm-hmm.
How you play golf with a Frisbee?
So you got a pole that's got a little wire chain net around it. And then you stand off 300, 400, 500 yards away and you start throwing a Frisbee until you get to it. They've even got obstacles in the trees, and you got to go across ponds and... lakes and all this stuff, but it's believe it or not, Frisbee golf is big business.
I did not know that. It's like I'm catching on to this new thing that they started last year.
Pickleball.
At the tennis court. What are you doing?
I want to try pickleball. Chief Michael Ted Evans.
He said he tried that once.
He doesn't try it. Him and Miss Heather's out there all the time playing pickleball.
And we're going to have to buy them a TV.
Or we get out there to play, and that's their comedy.
Ooh, boy. Neshoba County was busy yesterday. There is a tag on it. It's sort of gone.
It got hot.
It got really hot. As you can tell, it melted a lot of things there. The fire departments arrived to put this out. It was a total loss, Odie. No way to save that.
No.
We're going to say that's going to be Yeah, that was on County Road 741 there in Neshoba County yesterday. Car fires, sometimes they're quick, and especially if you're, and again, that's the rural route. The Meridian Fire Department, are in the city of Philadelphia, they can get to you pretty quickly. But when you're on the rural route, and you got to remember, somebody got to run from the barn to their truck to get to the fire truck to get to you, and didn't work.
Just a little long.
You did, but no injuries involved with that. Thank heavens with that. I went to Marion yesterday morning. They were kind of busy out there.
Even Marion had something going on.
Yes, they did. We had a boo-boo at the four-way stop. And again, nothing serious. As we look here, the Meridian Fire Department still helping out with that. We see that we got us a dent in the car here, and then we had a minor injury there to the front of the Nissan.
Enough to scare you a little bit.
Yeah, but again, no major injuries or anything like that. It had me thinking different when I first heard about it yesterday. We had one go like this yesterday also. The Shelby County Sheriff's Department. We had the Mississippi Highway Patrol head out.
Oh.
They had to bring along a wrecker, Odie.
Oh. Well, just checking the undercarriage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's easier to grease everything this way.
Yeah, you can get to all the Alamites that way.
That's right. Right in a curve.
Oh, man.
A single vehicle accident. This is most likely one of those. And y'all be careful. I was going somewhere the other day and I looked at the edge of the road and how rain runs off. It'll get a little rut on the edge of the pavement. And if you were to run off and then come back on the road, it makes your car do this. Y'all be careful. Keep it between the lines, as Ricky Van Shelton said.
That's right. That's right. You want the yellow line to your left.
It works better that way. We even also go down to Jasper County, and let me show you this. Is they showed an 18-wheeler wreck.
Ooh.
Did you know about this?
No.
I hate Odie wasn't on scene to do this. We're going to hit play here.
That's good. We didn't have it.
Ambulance pulling off here. And I want you to look to see where the Chevrolet truck is sitting?
Yeah.
You see the highway patrol sitting up here. It's going to be just to the right as this car. What's that?
Oh, he squished just a little bit.
Yeah, he put it right up in the bushes there.
Yeah, we hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's one of those he was taken for emergency help there. But, man alive, a wreck can happen in just a split second there, without a doubt. There. We also had an overnight little small boo-boo there as we go here out to the Hickory, Highway 80 West there around Meehan. PV Road South is where this accident happened. One vehicle accident. All the volunteers showed up to help out with that last night as well. So that was it was a busy night for volunteers, without a doubt there. Let's see here.
It's good to see. Well, Tammy says that they even make a weighted hula hoop for exercise.
Weighted?
Oof.
I don't know if we can handle that.
I don't either. That hollow plastic one might be a good starter, though.
Odie, and let me ask this. I do not know the answer to this before I put this out there. Is it because we have a new administration that we are aware of more things going on? Was it the legacy media that was keeping things hush, or did they even know?
No, they knew. Problems have been going on for a long time. Technology needs to be updated. I mean, DEI was implemented under that. Now, not just a new administration, but one from that side of the fence does not like our new administration at all. And if they can say, hey, the reason our airports are having this much problem because of our president. The reason that none of this technologies have been updated is because of our president. Why none of this was took care of, nobody will know. But yes, our mainstream media is one reason that this was hidden, and it's just now coming out.
We go to LaGuardia, again, airport yesterday. A plane had to stop takeoff due to the fact that another one was coming in and they wasn't aware of it. Do you realize how many close calls we've had and probably are not aware of this?
Oh, yeah.
We've known so much more since January 1st of mishaps at airports. It's coming out now. None of this stuff has been reported on, and I can't, as you're saying, I can't help believe that we didn't have incidents before that just never made it to the general public. You didn't know what was going on.
They knew, but it was one of those, hey, let's keep this on the down low. We don't want to let the public know how bad this really is. So, yeah. Man, Steiny is watching again with us from New Zealand.
Yeah, he got him a camper or something going on over there.
Hire a motor camper to go to the information center and get a travel pack. Man, look at there.
I don't know much about flag football, but it looks like it's supposed to be an Olympic sport. They have voted in the NFL to allow players to play flag football.
He didn't get that flag, it fell off. He didn't tackle me.
Some of these sports, I didn't realize that was going to be. Do we even have like a regular football game in Olympics?
Not
we
in
don't,
the
do
Olympics.
We? So
and I can see that. I mean, let's be honest. Well, football here is different from football there. But let me just say this: do you think that there's another country out there that can stand up to our NFL? The best players of every all-star NFL go and play football. Could you imagine? I don't think anybody out there can compete. You remember it took so long for the NBA. They had basketball, but you could not be a professional basketball player to be on that team. So I guess why don't you have amateur football team on Olympics? That's a good question.
We
need to pose this to Greg. He needs to study up on this, have us an answer by Friday morning.
When they had it in Atlanta, we had hubcap chunking, didn't we?
Well, that's where Frisbee golf came in.
Okay.
But instead of using car windows, they use now chained hoops. Or chained hoops.
Another big headline that is shaping America right now, as we often bring up things that are out there. GM has been lobbying, and this would be the lady that's the head of GM. She's a female. She's the head honcho there. Went along with Biden and others that by 2035 they were doing away with anything that was gas operated at General Motors.
Yeah.
They have since had a light bulb come on and went, ding dong, oh yeah, our car sales are down and no one's buying them. I am not lying. Every one, they were going to have Cadillac, even maybe by this year, fully electric. And if you didn't like it, too bad, is what she was trying to say. Well, ain't nobody buying it.
And that's what everybody said. Well, if you don't want to sell what we want, too bad.
So now they're asking all employees to start lobbying where they won't cut off gasoline-powered cars. And what I'm talking about is California. California has led this to where they don't want any gas-powered cars by 2035.
Well, let them build their own battery operated.
GM was right along with it, but they've discovered that they're all going to go bankrupt. It ain't going to be pretty as GM backtracks, and they're trying to get the employees to convince them in California, hey, we need a few of them.
Well, if they don't want batteries, and they don't want gas-burning automobiles, I've got an idea.
What is the idea?
Do you remember when we were growing up and we'd go get, it was big money then, it was 50 cents. We'd go get those little airplanes. You had to put them together, and you had to wind that propeller and twist the rubber band.
Yeah.
And we'll just get a thicker rubber band, and then y'all won't have batteries to charge. No, because y'all know y'all don't have the power out there to charge a bunch of batteries.
No, sir.
And you don't have to worry about gas. You just have somebody out there to wind up your rubber band about every 4 miles or so. And
do you remember back in the day, and this is serious, it was you go back to Elvis and anybody that ever made it, there was always one thing that you always called in a picture. It was a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Because it was the mark of, I've made it. I am somebody now. It stood for excellence in the United States. You think about it, well, that's the Cadillac of those. You don't hear that anymore. Y'all want to know why? Because they ain't good no more. It's changed.
Lincoln,
I think
no
all they do
has
now
a town car.
is Cadillac down to just an SUV, which is really a Tahoe.
That's with a different emblem on it.
There is no more 1959 Fins out there. It's changed. I don't know where the industry will do on this, if they will back up and reboot and try to come up with a luxury car. And Meridian no longer has a Lincoln dealership. Do they have such thing as a town car anymore?
No, town cars are gone. When you talking about somebody upset, that was Mama. She said, "What do you mean you can't get a town car?" I said, "They quit making them." She said, "Well, I don't want nothing else."
They floated, y'all.
Oh, they were good. Arnold says the Yugo's coming back.
There you go.
Or you can get a 4-door, and they call that a Wego.
A Wego. But that's the latest on GM. There is they try to fix this problem where they've been trying to say all along, "Oh, go electric there," but no dice on that just yet. The rest of America is not catching on with that. So we'll keep you updated as that comes about there. Let's see here what else we got there. We've got Tennessee getting ready for an execution.
Well,
also, we talked about a few of
there.
those this point. We'll be right back as we travel along this. What is that? Wednesday?
Today is Hump Day. We finally made it.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Here we are.
Hey, I just got text. I was unaware of this. The great state of Mississippi has high school girls flag football league with a state championship game this year. I was not aware of that.
That's pretty neat. And we do know if you're on 22nd Avenue South, around the vicinity of the police department and the government complex there, construction workers have hit a natural gas line. So be cautious in that area. They may have that kind of closed off until they can get that area sealed and repaired. So be careful. Natural gas, nothing to play with. The good thing about natural gas is it will go up and not like propane that hovers on the ground. So that is the a good side of it being natural gas.
Not the time for a smoke break if you work in that area. Go on up to 22nd Avenue and have that.
Yeah, you might want to go on the other side of the bridge there. Right?
Yeah. I was out and about yesterday, and I got a message of, hey, Clarkdale is going to let out early today due to lack of power. And I looked at my grid, and I said, somebody got issues because they got power out there. So I rode down the road, boogie there, and this is what I come up on, Mississippi Power hard at work.
Oh.
And as you can tell, this is a weathered pole.
Well, just the top of it didn't withstand.
Now, this area has been plagued. My first thought was the copper thieves have hit again, but that was not it. This was planned as we had a pole snap. And let's go down through here and look at this as they're replacing these. See how old these are?
Ooh.
When they tightened up the lines, they just couldn't hold it. And so they're in the amongst it. And Odie, let me just tell you, and maybe I've got a picture of it. They had what you call the old
the PhDs.
They were, man, I felt for the employees there as they were working hard to get that taken care of there.
You mean that turny thing there didn't work?
Yeah, they had them shovels and all getting at it over there too.
Oh man, Tammy, all right, I will go and look. I will check that out.
Look at the age of that's run its course.
Yeah, it's good firewood though.
Yeah, it's time to call Electric Mills and say, hey, I need a whole trainload of those. Come on down.
Give me a nuddin.
But be careful out there because this is a construction going on. I doubt they got done with all of this yesterday. Crews will most likely be back in the area today. And then after you get past that little obstacle, then you're going to run up on this.
Ooh, tar and gravel.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this is Lauderdale County, and there's a lot of travel. Let's be honest about this. This is that road in between there and the city limits of Meridian. A lot of travel. Once you make the Clark County line, you don't see tar and gravel, you see pavement. And it's a smooth ride from there all the way to Quitman.
That is.
Now, how could that happen?
I believe that's a state aid road, so that's more state than it is local.
But it's still.
Don't really know why.
But one part, I would think there's more travel back this way than it is that way. But But why not all of it be the same?
Now, I'm not saying this, but that could be a temporary surface repair until they can come in and re-overlay.
Like this one out here that's been here 15 years?
Just
cracks windshields every day, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's great for windshield repair places.
Maybe they're the one lobby.
Your windshield is going to get it. We're just going ahead and telling you
so
that is happening.
Say that, yes, definitely. This is not a county decision. That is.
It is state level.
State level decision. So out that way, you can call Kyle, but he doesn't have anything to do with that.
We had a boo-boo in Collinsville yesterday at the four-way stop. You aware of that?
Vaguely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your team was out and about yesterday as we had a gas pump leak in there at the four-way stop there. It was just pouring out and leaked out into the highway, so the fire department had to block the road. We had to bring in the stuff that what's that stuff called?
Well, now we get suck up and we have nature's broom and all that, but I will say thank you for MDOT. They responded out there well with us. I tell you, working hand in hand with MDOT around this area, they are awesome. They definitely work with us. It's great.
Shad White is busy once again. He's sent his guys out to have little handcuffs, and they done that because of abuse here. Quitman County, Mississippi is where we go with this. Rental assistance program pleads guilty, lying on paperwork to gain financial.
That'd do it.
That's a no-no. It gets Shad White's attention, and doesn't matter who you are, how high up you are, or if you're just middle class, he still comes.
Maria and Maureen. Well, we don't want to say them two names real quick because that's a tongue twister.
Where's that now?
But good morning, Maria and Maureen.
Yeah.
You'll have a good morning.
Hope you're doing.
Wait, did I say that fast enough?
I'm not. Hey, congratulations to baseball as we go to West Lauderdale.
Game 1, they won. So let's do another. Clarkdale plays today. They have theirs for the state championship. So congratulations and also good luck.
Yes.
For both of our local teams that's in that championship bid.
We had the buddy ball out in Clarkdale also.
They got rings. Look at them. Got the holding hands up.
So congratulations to them also. These kids have been really, really hustling lately.
That's it. And they definitely keep the parents busy, making sure they're back and forth.
And we also have East Central Community College headed back to the NCJCAA Division II.
Say that again real fast.
Man, I can't. Wow. It's the World Series, third straight year, earning them one of two of large bids into the 12-team national tournament that's going to be in Edon, Oklahoma. Salute. Good luck to y'all.
Ooh.
Y'all let us know how that turns out there. I hope they win big.
That'd be good.
And as we're on the sports kick this morning, here's part of the parade that happened at Enterprise. State champions of girls softball and Enterprise as they had a parade for them. Congratulations.
Just like singing, we produced some good athletes around here.
Our friend the cow.
I see him. He's not hanging out the window.
Eat more chicken.
Oh, man.
But congratulations to the girl. That is an amazing, amazing honor to be state champions with that 3A. We couldn't be more proud of them and what they've done.
Yes.
It's sweet. We still got birthdays coming. Have you gotten yours to us yet?
Yeah, hurry up. We do. Y'all, I saw a little bit of a conversation going on. YouTube's comments, they show up on here as well. We got a lot going on. I try and read a good bit. Scotty Ray tries to keep a good bit. We do try and respond to some of your questions on our deal, but it is kind of hard. Remember, we talked about this at the show. We're men. We can't do a whole lot more than one thing at a time.
That's true.
But we're working on it. But yes, we do read y'all, and we try and get to them when we can.
Yes, sir, Bob. We'll be right back.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun food and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie. I don't know if you've ever looked at Stella Parton is who I'm talking about, Dolly's sister.
Yeah, okay.
The two are like daylight and dark.
I have heard that.
Dolly is never comments about anything that deals with politics whatsoever. Stella, on the other hand, is a little bit liberal, and she is after Kid Rock. After he might have said that the reason of the low birth rate in America was because, well, the women are ugly. He just jumped right out there and threw it out there. So, if you'd like to, she's jumping all over Kid Rock for it.
Oh, well, what does she look like?
Well, I'll show a picture, but I want you to look her up on Facebook. She gets banned a lot because she says things she shouldn't sometimes. And
so she goes to Facebook jail.
She goes to Facebook jail a lot. Does anyone think the current president will ever be held accountable? As you can tell, she is not a Trump fan there. But you can take a look here at her pictures. Here's Stella. You can get you a good look at her there.
Well, I mean, she ain't ugly.
No, but probably a little bitter. I don't know. She
on the inside might be a little different. Now,
yeah,
like
as you can tell, some things are photoshopped.
Well,
but the deeper you go down, it starts off on her page right now as a bunch of flowers and stuff. But I remember looking at it like a year ago, and it was just bam, 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 bam. Her beliefs did not align with mine. And I thought, well, isn't that real nice? I don't need to look at your stuff anymore. And that's the thing that you do. If you don't agree with something,
I have met some people that,
Let it go.
well, you know, they're not, till you see them. It's cool. Boy, you took that app serious.
Oh, you're doing that filter.
Boy, somebody's real good at it. There's a lot of them out there.
Your
doing
driver's license don't match who you are.
Yeah, neither does nothing on your Facebook.
Filters.
I know you. That ain't you.
Oh, have mercy there. So, anyway, Stella's mad at Kid Rock. She's going to be okay. I hope she gets over that pretty quickly there.
I think that's going to hurt him, does it?
Yeah, it's not. Trying to say he wasn't the most. I brought this up earlier this morning during the first show to where Trump took up for Biden. Did you hear me talking about that?
No.
He said in a statement yesterday that there is no way that the Joe Biden that he once knew, would ever have allowed illegal immigrants and open the country up our borders to what we have now, and is saying the people with the auto pen. And they have tracked this down at this point to where he was in another location in no way that he could have used a pen. All these pardons that happened, they're saying that someone else was leading the nation and he was being taken advantage of. And Trump took up for it. And he says, this is not the man who done this, and implied that an investigation is going to be coming as to who is leading the country and maybe writing policies that Joe had no clear idea about.
Well, as soon as they find out, I hope they prosecute them in Texas.
Treason.
You know why?
Yes, sir. You'll see that word there. Treason is what we're seeing. That's kind of loud, wasn't it?
Somebody's ringing the doorbell.
That's what it sounded like to me. Odie, we've come to the end of the show. We've got to do some birthdays.
Yeah, we do.
Who's having one?
We got a little bit. Old Tim Robinson's got a birthday, along with Shannon Hurst, Brian Long. Al Brown's got a birthday today. Yeah. Linda Massey, Michelle White, Rick Brazil, Brittany Davis. Linda Massey turns 63 years young. Chris Hayes, James Gardner turns a young 80. Gabe Barkers is 12 years old yesterday, and Paul Masters is having a birthday. So happy anniversary. Happy birthday to every one of y'all. See, I can't do two things at one time.
Didn't Al retire? Isn't he sitting at the house now?
I think he did.
I think so. I saw him just the other day.
Yeah. Saw him out and about and enjoying his time. Yeah.
All right. As we get ready to leave, Biden was a puppet, somebody said there. Kim, how are you doing this morning? Takes great pictures there. We appreciate that.
Yes, definitely.
Hody, I don't know if you've had time to grab that Bible verse for us yet.
It is. It's right there, and all I got to do is hit that there button and see what's
he got
pulls
for us?
up. So he's sending us today to Romans 8. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God. I had to expand that. From the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. You know, we've all heard of unconditional love, and we've felt unconditional love from our parents. Even if we did wrong, they may have been upset with us, but they never stopped loving us. Unconditional. They did things that we didn't like by keeping us in line, but unconditional love was always there. There has never been, and there never will be, the solid amount of love that is unconditional that God gives each and every one of us. No matter what we do, we can always go back to our Father God in heaven, and He will accept us, cover us in His blood, and wash away our sins. Try it. It will make a difference in your day. And y'all have a good day. I got to make a special hello out there to Nathan Turnbow. He graduated last night from Clarkdale.
Did he?
Made his family happy out there. But good guy. We went to Mexico together, and he had a good time out there with us. So, Nathan, proud of you. Keep pushing forward. Remember, God's on your side, and He'll help you through this wonderful life. Y'all have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.